And there go my ears again. I'll be honest, I don't actually know where I am. I'm in Snowdonia. I'm heading this way, and the sea's on my right. So oh yeah, so that'll be the Irish Sea. Don't know why that was so confusing. Fuck me, is this steep. Guarantee you the camera doesn't do this justice, but this is very steep. The road back there I did was 10% gradient. This has got to be double that. No, it's better. Yeah, for some reason I always have a inbuilt preconception of if I'm heading north or south, and I don't know where it comes from, because I'm quite often wrong. It's like a correct assumptions I make, but for some reason I go one way. I've got a strong instinct that I'm going north, so for some reason I'm thinking I'm going north. That's why the whole sea being on the right hand side confused me, but I don't know what it is. It's not just always north, it's any direction. I guess somewhere my brain's keeping log of the turns I do and thinks it's correct, and thinks, you're going this way now, when quite often obviously it's wrong, because I must have taken 500 turns since I got out for a ride. I couldn't possibly know which direction I was going if my brain had its full attention on it, let alone just ticking off in the background, giving me a mild feeling. I like the fact that in Snowdonia most of the roads seem to be seem to be 60, whereas in the Brecons a lot of the roads were 40. I think that's partly because there's a lot of all of these roads are walled, which keep the sheep from freely running through the road, whereas in the Brecons there's a lot of just nothing between the road and the field next to it, so the sheep have free rein. Although I have seen sheep in the road here, so I mean, anyone who knows sheep intimately knows that they're quite agile. Flood. Let's hope not. Oh, another beautiful pond, lake, although this does seem more pond-like in terms of size and lack of movement of water, but I'm sure it is a lake. Amazing how when you're going downhill like that, your brakes have less effect. They're basically fighting gravity and the weight of the bike more than if you were on level ground or going uphill, obviously, which aids your braking. And obviously the additional momentum as well, it's got to fight. But it does catch you out sometimes. You're going down that wasn't that steep, but my instinctive level of braking wasn't stopping me as I would have liked. Then Harlech Castle. God, we really are near the sea. I've been to Harlech Castle. Not entirely sure I want to go back there because the roads around there were incredibly tight and hilly, if I remember rightly. Well, I'm going to Dulgaloo. Apologies to any Welsh watchers about their pronunciation. I'm not even sure that's how I'd pronounce it if I sort of reread it. It begins with a D and has got an L and a G in it. There we go. Still only 10 degrees. It's about 9:45. Could really do with it jumping up about 5 or so. I don't know what that man was doing to that child just then. You look like a lady. It looked like he was holding him upside down, but it may have just been my poor eyesight as I went past the speed. Not a single car behind me or ahead of me. I love it. It's like I've got a whole playground to myself. Obviously there could still be cars ahead of me, especially coming towards me. That was a bang. I wonder whether this is going to take me past Lamberis Pass. Am I still recording? Yeah. It's near Betsy Coed, and I was about to say we do seem to be going up and up. I believe Lamberis Pass is the highest pass in. It might just be Snowdonia, or it could be Wales or Britain. so the big difference between this and my last trip to Wales, other than the location, is I've got the time to sorry, just checking those bikes out. I've got the time to just explore, so I literally don't know where I'm going. I'm sort of heading towards Mexico now, but I wasn't until I decided to go down that road. I remember last time I had to really research the roads I went down, just so I sort of, had limited time, so I used it effectively. So I don't know what kind of view I was giving out for a while back then, since I last changed the battery. I've got a feeling I moved the camera whilst I was popping it back on the helmet. Hopefully it's not too fucked. Oh, for fuck's sake. So I'm just over 1,000 feet right now. Handy little feature on my sat nav. Well, dropping rapidly. Well, I wish it was in meters, but Blimey, still recording. Right, well, that's quite a sobering place to stop. I don't know if you can see on the camera. On that tree there's a couple of helmets and a windshield and loads of squirrels all over them, like tributes to a guy called Tony who died here literally a month ago, or a month and a half ago. I just happened to stop here by chance. Well, I was going to turn around because I've just gone through Betsy Cohen and I want to go back there and get something to eat. But yeah, poor sod. I won't speculate on what happened, but you get a range of people going past here. I've only been standing there a couple of minutes at a range of different speeds, from quite slow, like the car that just went that way, and a couple have flown past me this way, 60-70 miles an hour. But yes, very sad. Hope they're not coming that way.